question number 1 for no prize whatsoever. Can you name the city where you won your 26th and final cap for Australia?
Yeah, I can. Edinburgh. It was actually against Scotland, yeah. We got beat 3-1 on the night.
What are your memories of that one, Scott?
I remember us taking the lead. Marco Bresciano, his name was, scored an unbelievable volley. I was on the bench first half, come on second half. Ross McCormack scored for Scotland as well, one of the goals. I remember it was a decent goal as well. Out with that, I just remember us getting beat. So it's never nice when you get beat, especially against your pals as well. So, yeah, after telling them for so long that Australia's better than them and they beat us, well, you can't really say that any longer, can you?
Serves you right.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, question 2. Who were the opponents when you scored on your Motherwell debut in January 2004?
It was Scottish Cup, and it was away to St Johnstone. Do you want the score?
Yeah.
3-0.
That was a great start to your stint there, wasn't it?
I think it just set up everything for me to go forth thereafter. I'd signed with the club after, I think I had a trial period for like 2-3 days. Did really well. And I remember still, like, Stephen Craigan takes full credit for this, that it was him that signed me, because I gave him a bit of a tough time in training from what he said, and went straight up to Terry Butcher at the time and said, sign him now. So he did me a favour, so it was good. But nothing but great memories of the whole, being there the first time at Motherwell and thereafter as well. It's a fantastic football club.
Question 3. In your first season as a Celtic player, you scored 2 hat-tricks. Can you name your opponents?
Yeah, that's easy, that one. That's first one was Dundee United, and second was my old club, Motherwell.
Like 2 hat-tricks in your first season. That is impressive.
Yeah, they came pretty quickly as well. I suppose I had the golden touch at that point, though. I think we were playing European games as well. It wasn't, I think it was like, one was just before we played AC Milan. I think it was a Dundee United game. And then obviously scored the hat-trick there before that, then scored that goal. And then I scored another one the week after. So, yeah, it was just, you always remember your goals as striker. You ask any striker, egotistically, they always remember them. They'll tell you exactly how many they've scored.
If only you could bottle the feeling.
Yeah, well, that's true. It is like a drug, as they say, and especially when you score in those big important games at Celtic Park, especially in European nights and Old Firm ones. They're the ones I still think to this day, because I'm still playing, though, it won't really set in until I probably finished up with everything, and you can sit back and go, actually, you know what, that was pretty good. I think I'm always still looking for the next thing at the moment while you're still playing.
In November 2008, you scored for Celtic at home to Manchester United in a 1-1 draw in the Champions League. Who was the United goalkeeper that night? Bit of a memory jogger, this one.
It was Richard Forster. No, it wasn't. Richard Forster's is it Ben Forster, isn't it? Richard Forster's the player that played for Rangers, Ross County, Aberdeen.
You did have it. I'm going to give it to you.
Yeah.
And your final question. Name the ground where you scored your final goal in Scottish football.
Oh, hold on. Yeah, I'm thinking now. I got confused. I was thinking Dundee United, but it was actually Partick Thistle. So, yeah, it was what's it called? It was at Queen of the South. God, I can't even think of what Queen of the South stadium's called. You might have got me with this one.
It's Palmerston Park.
Palmerston, yeah.
Do you remember the score in that game?
Yeah, it was 3-0.
It was.
Yeah.
Was that a bittersweet victory for you, that one?
Yeah, it was. It was quite emotional, actually, because I'd only been at Partick for a short period. I think I joined there in the February because I'd retired for about 6 months. Then came back, and the club was in relegation bother, and it was still down to that last game. We just had to win to stay up, and we did it, and it was great because Gary Caldwell was a really good friend of mine. He was the manager, and it was great for the club as well. They'd been through a tough period, getting relegated from the Premier League the year before. So I made some really good friends there in a short space of time, who I still keep in touch with, and it was actually a really special time in my career, and a really special club actually. So I have very fond memories, and it was tough to actually leave. I'd already agreed to go to Australia at that point. If I hadn't, it could have been a little bit different. I might have stayed, but as it was, I'd already made my decision, and thankfully, I'm here right now and enjoying things over here.
I bet you don't miss the Scottish weather.
Everyone says that, but home is where the heart is, and I suppose in terms of Scotland, certainly a lot of for me and our family, our heart's pretty much still there, and that's where the warmth comes from more than the weather. We still complain now; it's too hot now, so it's either too cold one place or too hot somewhere else.
When you've got Scottish blood running through your veins, you learn to love Dreich.
Yeah, that's true.
Love the drizzle.
So it's Dreich. Yeah, and the greyness of Scotland. Yeah.
Okay,
no, like I said,
hot at 20 degrees. I'm like, no, this is it. I'm going inside. I want a bit of drizzle.